Hello, my beautiful friends. So if you watched my previous video, I made a cup of tea, and what was cool, and you can't see now, is that some of these things turn blue when it's hot. My tea's cold now, but when it was hot, it was really cool looking. And it's a proper cup of tea. It's good stuff. So, I am going to do a rune pull, but I first want to talk about friendship and gratitude. So, I was very grateful in Arizona to stay with my bestie, who I don't get to see. I talk to her a lot, but I don't get to see her. And it was just good to see her new house that she got and how she has it decorated in her style. She had been the caretaker of her parents, so they had bought the house together, but it was very much all her mom's stuff, and they have similar tastes, but Liz has her own distinctive taste, and so this house is her house, and it was just fun because this is a person who's known me my whole life, and I could just be myself, and my son, it's his godmother, so he can be himself. So I'm so grateful for that. And then I'm so grateful for people as they were, sending me good wishes and prayers and stuff, and that hellacious ride home in from Tucson. So I'm just grateful for that. So I came home, and at 4:30 in the morning, I was delivered some news about some things that happened while I was gone that actually happened on the day that I left. And my husband kept it from me so that I could enjoy my vacation with my son. And I can't talk about it, but it's bad, and it's not a health related issue. Everybody is physically fine, but something else happened that really is hard for his family. And typically, I'm the one who takes care of everything for both families. Both his family and my family are very working class, and not everybody even has a high school diploma. So Dave and I tend to be the people that take care of stuff. And when I say Dave and I mean me, and so I have to take care of things. And so I feel bad that he dealt with this alone without telling me. I appreciate why he didn't, but I feel bad because he had to handle this situation alone. And there are a few people that you can talk to about things when they happen, and things like this that happen. And so I had told a friend and his wife, who I'm close to, who I trust, and because that person, he also comes from a family like mine. They're from the deep south, and have issues too, and so it's a person I know will understand. That would understand what was going on and would understand. And and today, his wife and I worked together, and she brought me a little present, and I just sat in the car and I cried because I was so grateful to have friends, that are so thoughtful. And then I come home, and I had this stack of mail from when I was gone, and I go through it, and there's a little book from Hestia, a little sweet card and stickers, and like I cried all over again, just being so thankful, so grateful, so blessed, to have people in my life who lift me up when, the thing that happened doesn't affect me personally, or Dave personally, but it's part of the family, and we're a very tight family. So, um, just all you can do is sigh, because honest to God, people. So I appreciate the friendships that I've made here on YouTube, with folks like Hestia. I appreciate this couple, Jim and Debbie, and that I've made through piping. And I'm just so blessed. And then today at work, so coming back, we always have these 2 days before the start of the semester. It's called opening days, and just so many people were just happy to see me, and I was happy to see them. And then this young woman comes up to me, and she looked really familiar. And all young people look like my children. Even I didn't have girls, but they all look like my kids. So she comes up to me, she goes, "BRG, I know you probably don't remember me, but I had you for English at DeSales, and I love that class, and I tell everybody to take your classes because I love that class." And now she works at Northampton. She's one of our young professionals, that has started at the college, and it was just so wonderful. It was so heartwarming. I love seeing my students out in the wild. I love seeing when they graduate and get jobs and are part of, the working world. And that really was very, very heartwarming. And just everybody that had come to the sessions that I ran, were so complimentary, and it just felt good. Coming off this horrible news, but also just good in general, because I work remotely, so I don't get to see people in person a lot. And the kind of job that I have, I work with a very specific group of people most of the time, so I don't get to see the wider world, and when I see them, I'm seeing them on Zoom. So it was just really a great day. Like, it was a really great day, and a little bit emotional, because I was so thankful that I could do nothing but cry. Gratitude, tears of gratitude. So, on that note, let us do a rune pull. I'm only going to pull one rune so that I can write in my journal. And we'll just see what Spirit has to say. There's our green man. And then we have our Icelandic stone. And we have our Iona stones. And we'll just pick one rune, and then we'll pull some cards, see what Spirit has to say to us. One rune for focusing when I go to journal. I'm going to hold them a minute and see what pick comes out. This one got caught. What is this one? This is the blank stone, and I don't actually read the blank stone, so I'm just going to set this aside and pick a new one. The blank stone was added in the last, 100 years by some dude. There was no blank stone in the alphabet. Like, we don't have a blank letter in our alphabet, but some people think it means eternity. Some people will say that it means, I don't know. It's not part of the Elder Futhark, so I keep it with the stones because it came with the stones, but I don't actually read that stone. Let's see. We have Kenaz. So let me just go think about Kenaz for a hot second. See what Spirit might be saying to me with Kenaz. And I'll be right back. So Kenaz literally translates to torch, right? And so it's leadership, it's creativity, it is, I'll read the words for you so that you can hear them. Represents a torch. It symbolizes vision, creativity, inspiration, improvement, and vitality. So definitely the work that I do, I get to be very, very creative. I'm leading us through this night desert nonsense that we're going through as a family. So it could kind of mean anything. So I'm going to see if Spirit can clarify with the cards. I'm going to use the new cards I got. They're behind me. Hold on. This is my altar behind me, by the way. Has aloe plants on it to remind me of my mama. My mama swore by aloe plants. She was a fantastic cook, and she had them in the kitchen. My best friend from childhood has the 400th generation grandchildren of my mother's aloe plant. I had some too, but I killed them because I'm terrible. I got this spray in this box, and I didn't get to smote these cards, so I'm going to spray them to clear the energy from them. And then, they're a little bit damp. Whew. And ask Spirit to just whatever cards come out to clarify the Kenaz, because I'm not sure which direction it's talking about work, or if it's talking about home, or talking about both. I'm lucky that I get to do the work that I do. I was a teaching professor. I was tenured in English, and I love teaching, and I still teach, and I love teaching. But it got to the point where I was helping faculty use technology to teach, and I use video games, and I've been using artificial intelligence for years. ChatGPT is new to everybody else, but I've been using AI for a long time. Augmented reality, virtual reality. And so I get to do a lot of really creative things. And I love when we have opening days, because I connect with faculty, and I'm always thinking about projects that they can do with their students, with different technology tools. And you get to see all the different people that COVID, kind of put a big on everything. But now everybody's coming out of the woodwork, and I'm excited to do things with them. So one of my favorite stories is that we got a smart cat. We had the smart cat, and I lent it to the nursing department, and they stole it. So then I had to buy a second cat, and they stole that one too. So then the funeral services department they're like, well, we want the dog. So I get the dog. So, and I see them all today, and it's just funny because, I mean, you know, technically we own them, but the students have named them. They got collars for them. So, and because research shows that pets help with healing, and they also help with grief. So they do research projects with these smart pets. And I said we should do like a YouTube channel with the it's a corgi and the tiger cat and the pumpkin cat. We should do a little YouTube series with all the animals. Did I shuffle these already? I did, but I'm doing it again one more time. All right, so that Spirit knows that I'm focused. So 3 cards that go with Kenaz to clarify. All right, pass 1. Pass 2. And pass 3. These are new cards, so I'm using the book still to kind of get an idea of what the cards mean, because they don't have a lot of words on them. Washer at the ford. And these all came out together. The Great Glen. And, oh, I don't know how to say this. Cernunos. I never can read Gallic because who knows. So I'm going to just pause here and read the book to see what these cards mean. They came out together, so whatever the message is, it's combined. So let me check it out and see what it says. So I don't actually understand how the cards work together, so maybe they work individually. The very first card that I pulled, Honest to Pete, was, which one was it? It was the last one. Was the Washer of the Ford. And what this at the Ford, and what it means is loss, sadness, heartache, and pretty much something sad is about to happen, or something sad is happening. And Honest to Pete, you couldn't get more real than this, because this is what's going on in my personal life, the thing that I can't talk about. Something is on the horizon that will cause a few tears, so prepare yourself as best you can. And honestly, like, the thing that happened is going to cause tears. It's very hard for the family, frustrating and hard, and was avoidable. So I definitely think that is where this is, you know, like I'm leading the family through this period, you know, and I'm going to help them with that. And then you come to the Great Glen, which is about travel and about adventures, travel, and experiences, which, if you've been paying attention to the footnotes, I'm an adventure girl, so I'm always about adventure. And then the final card kind of goes with that card, which is protection, seduction, and courage. No, sorry, that's Morgan. Fertility, growth, and protection. And it's all about, like, you know, being sexually wild and free. I don't know about all that, but these 2 cards seem to definitely go together as something else, which the Kenaz can represent. So I have a feeling this represents both things. Like, on the home front, we're here. We're at this. We're at the Ford with what's going on and the things that are going to happen as a result of what happened. That's what's going to cause tears. And so I'm going to have to lead everybody through that wilderness. But I'm also coming into a period of, you know, excitement and creativity, and that could be work. I'm doing this really cool thing this weekend called 12th Night, which I've never done before, playing pipes with some buddies. They had practice tonight. I couldn't go because I had to go do the news for, I'm a journalist for our local newspaper, and I went to cover for somebody. But, like, you know, I'm doing something fun. I'm going to meet new people. You know, sexuality in a card doesn't always mean, fertility doesn't always mean sex. It can mean the birth of, you know, good friendships and new friendships and, you know, fun activities and stuff like that. So I think, like, personally, like, this is me, and this is me with the family. You know, I think I'm going to have to be creative and passionate and just keep my wits about me. That's the sense I'm getting. It's just this idea, like, yes, you have to lead the family through this dark period because they're not going to be able to do it on their own. But, you know, you're still going to be able to be creative and you're still going to be able to, you know, do fun things and meet great people, and you're not going to be at a loss that way. So let's look at some other cards too, just to get an even better sense of what Kenaz means here. So let's look at our regular cards, shall we? Shall we? Celtic Spirit we'll do first, just because I pulled it out first. My go-to cards. This is my oldest deck, and the one that I like the most. So Spirit, just to clarify Kenaz, clarify the message. Kenaz is a really great and positive stone. I think the message is positive. It's like, you know, things are going to be okay with this situation now that I'm aware of it, because I bring sense and logic to nonsense. All right, pass one. Pass two. Pass three. A whole bunch came out. I came out alone. Those came out together. These came out together. So Shaman Spiral, Awareness, Practice, and Connection, and the Herbalist, Herbs, Medicine, and Healing, they came out together. It's very interesting. Just a reminder, I think, to keep working on my health. I think. Let's see. These two came out together. Step Out, Hidden Courage and Camouflage, along with Doorway, Strength, and Journey. That came out together. Maybe this is talking about my spiritual practice. And then Dream, Manifestation, Plan, and Be. So maybe this Kenaz stone is really about dreaming and being, you know, not letting what's going on. You know, there's going to be tears about that situation. There already have been. But not to lose sight of, you know, my path, right? Sometimes we get caught up in other people's paths, because especially if you're, you know, empathetic or you're an empath, like you know, you get into, and I made it very clear about this situation that, you know, I'm helping because I'm the only person apparently with a brain, and the wherewithal to kind of figure out the system, but I'm not getting overly emotionally invested in it. Not my circus. Not my clowns, monkeys, or tigers either. Alright, so we'll just ask these cards again. Same question. What does Kenaz mean? I'm just getting the sense like I need to be, you know, focusing on my own joy. I have a tendency to have to swoop in and fix things, and I will do the best that I can to make the situation better, but I can't fix it because it is what it is, and not to lose sight of my own passions and dreams, because this behavior happened and this thing happened and this is going on. I still have a path I'm on, you know, and while I can be a helper to that path, I can't make that my path. Since I'm getting, all right, pass one from Shadows of Light. Pass two. Pass three. Okay, trust the fall. So you just have to trust Spirit has everything lined up. I believe that. And I believe what happened had to happen. As bad as it is, it had to happen so that certain behaviors could stop. And, you know, you have to trust that. You have to trust that Spirit put it here in my life at this time. Here in everybody's life at this time for some reason. And then the other two that came out together were balance and stability. And really that is the role that I play, you know, because I don't get overly excited about things like this. You know, so I think it's, you know, again, I'm getting that sense, like, don't lose yourself in this situation. Yes, there are going to be tears. There already have been. It's a bad situation. However, don't let it derail you from your path. That's the, you're stable. You're the person that's going to bring stability to the situation, but it's not your circus. You can help put up the tent. You can help do some things, but you are not responsible for what happened, and you're not responsible for the outcome of that. People make their own choices, good or bad. You can still love them, but they make bad choices. 2. And let's just see if Spirit has anything more to say about the Kenaz stone so that I can journal. That's 1. That's 2. I'm going to do one more pass because I feel like I don't have the cards granted. Let's do 3 again, Spirit, because I didn't feel the aura in my hand right. So 3 passes in case you have anything to say, because nothing came out on that. Nothing came out on that. Nothing came out on that. So we got 2. We have self-acceptance and freedom. So again, I think it is that reminder, like, yes, you're going to help with this situation, but don't make it your focus. And I'm not making it my focus, but I have had in the past a tendency to do that because I have this, like this need to help people and fix things, but in this particular case, a person made a choice that was wrong, but this person has made that choice before and knows better. So while I love the person and I will always love the person, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix what I can to make it not get worse, but it's not my problem. And I think it's a good reminder from Spirit. And actually a very a very good example of how I have grown, because I would have wanted to fix it all, and I don't feel compelled to do that now. So that's tremendous growth. So I'm going to go write about that in my journal. I am wishing you all the light and love. Sorry this is so long. I hope you're well, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.